it going, viewers? Mr. Incredi-Brony's back and he's rolling with the punches, baby. Welcome to a ranking tier list. We're going to be doing only one for today. And after I did the DreamWorks, Sony Pictures Animation, and Blue Sky Studios ranking, I had to got a request by someone called Junior Cauldron the 4th, I think. Yeah, Junior Cauldron the 4th. If you're watching this, you requested that I should do a tier list of movies that won the Best Animated Feature Film at the Oscars. Let me just say right off the bat, I'm not really a fan of the Oscars. I never really cared about it. There's been some interesting things happening in the past, of course, but overall, I never really paid attention to the Oscars. I just want to watch films for myself and just give my opinions on if it does deserve an Oscar or not, you know. And whatever the Oscars say, that's just their opinion. Although they have been a little bit disrespectful to animation recently, I don't care. You don't need to give an animated film a Best Animated Feature. If you really think it deserves it, then fine. But I did find, I searched on the tier list, and guess what? It actually came up. There really is a section of every animated movie from the olden days all the way to 2022, I think, of Best Animated Feature. So yeah, thank you, Junior Cauldron. Let's get into this. Cue the music. Oh, FYI, if we get a 2023 Oscars, I would say the Super Mario Bros. Movie deserves the Oscar. Like, just come on. Admit that, viewers. You know that's true. Okay, so the rules are simple as usual. S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. In this case, however, it's going to be not only me giving my opinion on the movies, it's also going to be like me saying if I agree or disagree if it deserves the Best Animated Feature. So, let's get into it. The very first film we have is, oh, a Pixar movie. This already starts off great. Finding Nemo. Okay, this is a great film. Yes, I really like this film. This film did help me connect with my father more because my dad used to be a bit overprotective for me because he wanted to always keep me safe, and I think this film would speak to him, honestly. I really like it. The visuals are beautiful. I think it holds up very well. The music is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the characters of Marlin, Dory, and Nemo, and especially Gil, voiced by Willem Dafoe. He's amazing. I also think Bruce the Shark is really cool. And let's not forget the iconic mine. Yeah, this film is just iconic, and yeah, I can't get over it. It's great. It's such a great Pixar film. I'd give it, honestly, a solid A tier. I don't fully agree with it getting the Best Animated Feature award, but overall, it's great. So A for agree. Next we have, oh, my mother's favorite Pixar movie, Brave. Honestly, I'm with her on this. This is an underrated film. Yes, I think Brave deserves more attention and love because what has it done wrong to y'all? Yes, I know that it was originally supposed to be directed by Brenda Chapman, who also directed The Prince of Egypt, but she was still credited in the credits as the co-director. That's honestly enough to say she at least did take part in it. So I give credit where credit is due, viewers, and credit is credit, and you have to credit it with your credit card, credited, and credit is credit where credit is due. You get it, viewers? Good. So yeah, Brave, I think it's great. I actually think it does the story of a daughter having an overprotective mother done really well, and I think the twist of her turning into a bear is really funny, or Mordu as they say. And I love Merida as a character, and Fergus is hilarious. Every character is honestly a lot of fun. There really isn't anything wrong with this film. I really enjoy it from beginning to end. And yeah, really fun Pixar film. My mom's favorite. Not in my top 10 personally, but it's still a really good film, and I think it honestly deserves more love. I don't think people are giving it enough love. So honestly, I'd give this a B tier, really. So yeah, B for Brave. Next we have Happy Feet. Oh, that's the film with the dancing penguins, isn't it? Okay, I actually have not seen this film since I was a kid, so I actually don't remember what really happens in it. I know that a young penguin has the ability to like do some really cool tap dancing, but for some reason he's discriminated for it because I think he's supposed to sing, but he can't. It can be relatable to some sort of level, but I don't really remember what happens in the film at all. I really don't. So, were there humans in this film? I don't know. I know Robin Williams was a character, but that's really it. Yeah, I don't remember it. Maybe I'll watch it again, then I could think about if it deserves Best Animated Feature, but right now, I'll give it C tier, because again, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I love Pingu, but I don't know about Happy Feet. I don't know. Next we have Big Hero 6. Okay, a great Disney film. I really like this film. I love Baymax. He is really cute and funny. Hero is a great character. His brother Tadashi is really heartwarming. It was sad when he lost him. Yeah, this film, this reviews will have spoilers, viewers, so spoiler alert, you should be warned, actually. I think you kind of expected that. You know the gist. But yeah, I think the twist villain of Callahan was actually pretty weak, because I kind of half expected it. And if this film was like 20 minutes longer, I think it would have been a great film overall, because I feel like the other characters like Wasabi, Fred, Go-Go, and Honey Lemon, I feel like their character development was kind of rushed in the middle section. I don't know. I feel like we needed more time with them, because I think they only did that just so they can call the film Big Hero 6. There is a Stan Lee cameo in the film, rest in peace, which is nice and all, but overall, as far as superhero movies go, it's good, just not great. So I'll put it in the B tier with Brave. Oh, B for Big Hero 6. It's pretty good. Okay, next we have another Pixar film, and also our first sequel here, Toy Story 3. This should have been the conclusion to the franchise of Toy Story. I loved what this film did, actually. Making Andy a teenager, or grown up if you prefer, going to college, was actually really smart. It makes people who grew up in the 90s watching this film actually feel just as old as Andy, really. I didn't, because I didn't watch the Pixar film until I was 8 years old, which was 2011, so yeah. But I still really loved what they did. Lotso was okay as a villain. I kind of expected him to be the twist villain, but he was still good for what he was. All the characters are done very well. I also love the ending. It's like such an emotional moment. It's just great. I will say I prefer Toy Story 1 and 2 personally. I find it was more entertaining, really, and overall better development personally for the character. But this is still but this overall felt like a great conclusion for a trilogy. But still, Toy Story 3, I'd give it an A tier. I want to put S tier, but I think Toy Story 1 and 2 should have won. So yeah, especially Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is like my favorite Pixar sequel, without a doubt. I love it so much. I love it to death. It's the best Pixar sequel. That and Cars 3, which should have won Best Animated Feature, but it didn't. Oh well. But still, I really like it. Next we have, dang it, we have the worst Disney film, Frozen. People have said I should actually do a video explaining why I'm not a fan of Frozen, but I'll just do it right here in this video. So here it is. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of how the story went. Now, I have an older sibling, but I can't relate to this film because my sister and I never really got into fights. We always loved each other. We don't find this film very enjoyable, really. Even my sister has to admit it's kind of meh. She only likes it when the songs are playing. Even I have to admit the songs are nice and catchy at times, but that's really it. I can't save the whole film because you have songs like Let It Go or For the First Time in Forever or In Summer. It's just, I don't know. And the fact that this made a lot of money in the box office ever since The Lion King is just bizarre to me. The story is just meh, and Elsa is a very badly written character. The part where she tells Anna to leave Arendelle because she wants to marry a guy she just met is just so out of character. And the fact that the parents made Elsa and Anna isolated was just wrong. It just didn't make sense for me. And Prince Hans as the twist villain was just stupid. I just kind of expected it. The only character I really like is Kristoff, and that's it, really. Sven and Olaf are okay characters, but they just don't really add enough for me. So, yeah, the film is just boring, and I really can't believe it got a Best Animated Feature. I would have put it in C, but because of Frozen 2, which proved to me that Frozen could have been much worse, it's a D tier. Frozen is D tier. Also, Disney. We already have a character that can do ice abilities. Frozone from The Incredibles. Why make an original character where you could just use him for his own movie? Why not have a Frozone movie? We don't want Frozen, we want Frozone. Come on, viewers, agree with me. We want a movie based on just Frozone from The Incredibles, okay? And maybe Edna Mode. I'm sure we will want that. Make that happen. Anyway. Okay, now we have a great movie. Pixar's Ratatouille. I really love this film. Yeah, the second film directed by Brad Bird, of course, in the Pixar library. And so far the last one. Hopefully he'll do another one in the future. I don't know. But yeah, this is great. The food in the film looks so delicious. I love Paris in this film. The visuals make it look so lovely. I just want to go there again. Remy as a character is really well written, and I love how he's voiced by Patton Oswalt, who also voices Cripple Pants in My Little Pony. Linguini is a pretty funny character. I love Colette. I really love Anton Ego's design because he just looks so cool. And I love how he's called the Grim Eater. Skinner is meh for the antagonist, really. But overall, it's a really fun film. It's really cute. I love the ending especially. And it's funny at times. And yeah, the ending, it just has such a great message to it of anyone can cook. This relates to me because I can. Yeah, this means a lot. This film is literally a stand of time, and it's definitely top 10 Pixar movies. And you know what? For that, it deserves the S tier. I mean, come on. Also, like I said, it's directed by Brad Bird, who did my favorite movie of all time, which I'm pretty sure won Best Animated Feature. I don't know if it's on the list. I haven't looked at all of the films yet, but let's see. Next, we have Rango. Oh, another underrated masterpiece. You know what? So, right off the bat, S tier. Rango is underrated. Voiced by Johnny Depp, of course, and directed by Gore Verbinski, who also did the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Caribbean or Caribbean? Which one is it? I'm gonna go Caribbean. But yeah, Rango is a really funny film. If you love old Western films like The Sundance Kid or The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, you will get some enjoyment out of this film. This film sadly doesn't, although I will say, this film should have had Billy Bob Thornton in it. He's a great actor for these kind of films, but hey, he's in Puss in Boots, so that's alright, but I would have loved if Billy Bob Thornton was in the film or something. But hey, it's cool. I really enjoyed this film. It's really enjoyable. It's really funny at times, and yeah, it's got a cute story and a really good message of don't lie about who you are, accept who you are, you know? It's really good. It's really good. My favorite thing in the film is how the town is called Dirt. I think that's really funny. But yeah, Rango, S tier. Not as great as Ratatouille, but still really good. And then we have Toy Story 4, one of the most disappointing sequels ever. D for disappointing. This is going in the D tier right now. Right here, right now. This film does have some funny moments in it, but that's very little. The soundtrack feels unoriginal. It feels like they took moments from the previous films and put them in the movie, which is just lazy. And yeah, they kind of ruin the characters. This film makes you think that Toy Story is all about Woody's arc. It really isn't. It's about every character individually, but all the side characters that we love, like Slinky, Bullseye, Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Ham, and especially Rex, my favorite character, which is Rex, they're all pushed to the sideline. They have barely 5 lines. That's a crime. Jesse feels under development, which is just wrong. Buzz becomes a dummy listening to his inner voice box, which is just so peculiar. And Woody's unlikable. Oh my gosh. Bo Peep was, it was nice to see Bo Peep again, but really, that's just nostalgia trying to get to you. The only time I like the film is when we see Duke Kaboom, because he's voiced by Keanu Reeves. You know, my mum and I love him, but the movie itself is just insulting to all the Toy Story fans. It should have been a trilogy, and that's final. But we are getting Toy Story 5, and honestly, I have hopes. I do have hopes, but I'm still not excited. So yeah, Toy Story 4, D tier. Why did it win Best Animated Feature? Why didn't Toy Story 2 get it? That's just wrong. Why not Cars 3 or Toy Story 2? Those sequels deserve animated features. And Monsters University. Okay, next we have Shrek, an enduring classic. If you see my DreamWorks ranking today, do you understand my opinion on the film? But yeah, S tier. I'm putting it in S tier without a doubt. Better than Rango, but I prefer Ratatouille. Then we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the best Sony Pictures animation film. Again, S tier. Just, what else am I going to say? Well, again, just watch my video. Okay, then we have, a Studio Ghibli film. Oh, that's cool. Okay, sadly, it's not Howl's Moving Castle or My Neighbor Totoro, but it is Spirited Away. That is incredible. This really is a film that will get you into anime and the concept of it, really. I adore this movie. It's so shocking, it's really scary at times, and it's really, really beautiful, honestly. The designs of the characters are so unique, and I love the storytelling. And it has some really good messages of like gluttony and like a loneliness and just being able to trust others. It's just such a good, beautiful film. Although my favorite anime film is Akira for the action, and I do love other films like A Silent Voice and Your Name a little bit more, and I do love Wolf Children, and even films that aren't technically anime like Wolf Walkers and A Song of the Sea. But this film, Spirited Away, is definitely an amazing anime film. And honestly, it does deserve Best Animated Feature, without a doubt. So yeah, S tier, without a doubt. S for Spirited Away. Okay, next we have, oh my gosh, a personal favorite Pixar film of mine, WALL-E. Or is it WALL-E? WALL-E. Oh my gosh, I love this film so much. 100% S tier, the top of the S tier, better than Ratatouille. This is definitely top 5 Pixar films for me. WALL-E is just a visual masterpiece. It has amazing storytelling and really good pacing in the plot. The first 20 to 45 minutes doesn't even have real dialogue, at all. And yet you are invested in the characters, the world building, the plot, and how the world works because of all the, the dirt covering, the trash covering Earth and everyone leaving the planet, which is just so really well done. I just love it. And even the second half of the film is really great. I think it's just got great messages. The captain is a really well-written character, and Otto is a great villain. I didn't expect him to be the villain at all. So yeah, great film, such amazing in moments, and I love Mo. Mo is the best character. Mo. Oh, I just love this movie so much, and you should watch it as well. This also was directed by Andrew Stanton, who also did Finding Nemo. So that's 2 Oscar films that he did. Look at that. Lucky for you, buddy. So yeah, WALL-E, solid S tier. Next we have Coco, another top 10 Pixar film. Definitely going above all the films except Wall-E. The second best of the S tier. Coco means a lot to me on a personal level because this film actually came out in November of 2017, which, fun fact, was the year and month I lost my grandfather. November 2016 was when I lost my grandfather, and the worst part was this. I never got to say goodbye to him, or even hello, because the last time I saw him was like 4 days before his death on a Thursday, which he was in a hospital bed because of a poor stroke thing, and I couldn't even say hello to him because he was just asleep. He was in a sleep, and he was asleep. I just couldn't say hello to him. I couldn't even hug him. That was really sad. So the fact that he passes away on a school day just hurts me. I loved him so much. He was such a big role model for me, and losing him meant a lot. Luckily, a year later, we have this film to remind me how much my family means to me, and I think the message is just beautiful. Also, never meet your heroes. Also, the twist of Ernesto de la Cruz being the villain was just genius. I love Miguel, I love Hector, I love Dante, I love Mama Coco, I love the cameos of El Santo and Frida Kahlo. It's just such an incredible and beautiful film. I love it to death. It's just, oh my gosh. Oh, this is why Pixar is the best animation studio, right? This is one of the reasons why, okay? Just please watch Coco. You will love it. The Day of the Dead. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tear up soon. My parents also love this film as well, especially my mother. So anyway, yeah, Coco, solid S tier. I prefer Wall-E though, that's it. Next we have, oh my gosh, we have The Incredibles. Yeah, boy. That's another film directed by Brad Bird and won an Oscar. Look at that. That's 2 Oscars for you, Brad Bird. 100% deserve it. I mean, he could have got one for The Iron Giant maybe, but oh well. The Incredibles. What else can I say? Top of the S tier. All-time favorite movie, Pixar movie, animated movie, superhero movie. Y'all can name it. Syndrome, best villain in the world, best soundtrack in any movie I've ever seen, and such expert storytelling. This is the closest that a kid's film is going to be like a Christopher Nolan movie. I swear, this film is like The Dark Knight, just animated. Okay? Oh my gosh. I love this film to death. And I'm in love with pretty much every single character, especially Violet. Y'all know that. I would like to go into more detail to why this is my favorite movie of all time, but for now, just know this is my favorite movie of all time, and you can tell, Mr. Incredi-Brony. You should make that obvious. Okay, so yeah, Incredibles, top of the S tier. Wallace and Gromit: Curse the Were-Rabbit, my favorite DreamWorks film and my favorite Aardman feature-length film. Yes, Curse the Were-Rabbit is definitely S tier. I do really love this film. It's amazing. It really is. I love of all the characters. I just love the music. Everything about it is just great. Watch my DreamWorks ranking to this to understand my opinion on it more. Next we have, Zootopia, a Disney film. I have a mixed opinion on this. I do like the film, but I will say that the plot pacing and I think the messages is a little bit hard to get under. It's a cool concept, and I feel like a lot of furries will love this film. I'm not a furry per se, but I do understand why furries would like this film because I mean some of the animals are pretty attractive. I'm just saying. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm not in love with this film as most people are, but it's still really good. The music is lovely, characters are enjoyable, and overall, it's a really fun time. So I'd give it, honestly, C tier. I wouldn't say it's one of the best films. So yeah, C tier. Up. Oh yes, a peak Pixar movie. I love it so much. Definitely going in the top 10 without a doubt. This film has, in my opinion, the greatest opening to any movie ever. The first 15 minutes is the greatest opening to any movie ever, and one of the greatest cinematic experiences ever you're ever gonna get. First of all, rest in peace to Ed Asner, who voices Carl Fredricksen, and I just love this film so much. Oh yeah, the characters are so lovable and likable, the music is absolutely beautiful, the visuals are breathtaking, and the comedy is just so good. And this film can hurt on many levels. It does make you tear up all the time. I won't spoil what happens exactly, but you will love this film. There is honestly nothing wrong with this film, except for the fact that Charles Mons is still alive, even though he was like, technically supposed to be really old, but hey, that's it. I still love this film. Up, solid S tier, and definitely top 10 Pixar films. Another Pixar film, Soul. This film is a good film, but I'm not fully in love with it. I like the first few minutes of introducing to Jamie Foxx's character, but I think this is one of those films where I feel like there's too much lore to understand what's going on. They try to explain the world of what happens when you pass away, the afterlife thing, what I thought was cool at first, but I feel like Soul kind of didn't really explain it enough to me, and I feel like they just complicated things as more the story went on. And when Tina Fey and Jamie Foxx's character got to the human world and they were in different wrong bodies, it was funny, but like I've seen it done a million times before in other films, so I feel like it's just not as funny as I want it to be. And the ending was just okay. It didn't really leave me satisfied. But Soul is still a fun movie for the family, but I will say it's one of Pixar's more forgettable and weaker films, really. Inside Out was a lot better, in my opinion. Soul, I would give, honestly, a low B tier. Oh, look, Inside Out is actually next. Definitely a personal favorite Pixar film of mine. I'm definitely putting it in S tier. I really do love this film. It's really, really cute. It's just such a cute film. I love how it explains how the emotions work. It's just so genius, and I love all the characters. Amy Poehler is joy, Phyllis from The Office as sadness, and Bill Hader as fear. It just keeps going. Also, Richard Kind is the voice of Bing Bong, and he was actually in A Bug's Life as the voice of Malt, who is Hopper's brother. Look at that. That's 2 Pixar films that this man has been in. Let that sink in for a little bit. But yeah, I just love Inside Out. It makes me tear up all the time. It makes me laugh all the time. It makes me even scared sometimes. The clown part was pretty scary, actually. Scarier than It for some reason. But hey, this film is, okay, pun intended, a legit roller coaster of emotions. And I love it. This is what the Emoji Movie should have been, okay? But yeah, and it definitely deserves the best animated feature. Also, this was directed by Pete Docter, who did Up. Look at that. That's 2 films by Pete Docter, and also 2 films by Andrew Stanton. The only Pete Docter film we're missing is Monsters, Inc., which should have been on this. Monsters, Inc. should have been on this list, but hey, it doesn't matter. Then we have Encanto. This takes the Colombian culture, of course. This is really good. It's really good. I wouldn't say I love it, but I do really, really like it. My mum and I recently watched it, actually, and it's actually really, really good. It definitely brings back the classic Disney magic that you love, but I feel like this story's been done before about being an outcast in a family of poor Mirabel and the family Madrigal. It's still really good pacing, and I love almost every character. You have Mirabel, like I said, you have Bruno. Oh, wait, no, we didn't talk about Bruno. You have Isabella, you have Luisa, you have Abuela. It's just so enjoyable. It's really cute at times. It's funny at times, but I feel like it didn't have enough. I guess it didn't feel like it didn't have enough action. Maybe that's my problem. I feel like Disney films needs more action, you know, like Moana, Tangled, and Princess and the Frog, and even Cinderella and Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. All those films are better than this film because I feel like they have a bit more action to it. This film doesn't feel epic enough, but because for that reason, I'm putting it in the A tier. But best animated feature, I can definitely agree with it deserving that. So I'll put it in the A tier. I do really like it, but I don't fully love it because I feel like I'm missing stuff. And I don't fully relate. And finally, we have, I'm assuming this was last year's Oscars, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Even though I was kind of hoping Turning Red won because, you know, I love Turning Red, and it's Pixar, of course. But hey, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was fantastic. We had 3 Pinocchio movies of that year. You had Pinocchio: A True Story, Disney's 2022 Pinocchio, which we did not talk about, and now Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, who also directed Shape of Water and Pan's Labyrinth, and he created the Cabinet of Curiosities show. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro is such an amazing person, and he actually says that animation isn't just for kids. It really is a genre for everyone to love, and I love that quote. He's such a great guy, and his Pinocchio stop motion film on Netflix was such an incredible time. My mother and I loved it. It actually created a lot of backstory for Pinocchio as well, and all the actors did an amazing job, especially David Bradley as Geppetto and Ewan McGregor as Sebastian J. Cricket. It was just such a great time. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't want to spoil the film because it is still semi-new. I won't spoil a lot of things that happen, but I will say you will love it. You will have a great time. Just watch it and have a fun time. There are some really good musical numbers as well. The villain is okay, antagonist is fine, but honestly, since I wanted Turning Red to win, I'm putting Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio at the top of the A tier. That's it. It can't go to S tier because, you know, yeah. So there you go. That's the best animated feature films. So the D tier we have Frozen and Toy Story 4. The C tier we have Zootopia and Happy Feet. B tier we have Soul, Big Hero 6 and Brave. For the A tier we have Encanto, Toy Story 3, Finding Nemo and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And finally for the S tier we have my top 10, which is Inside Out, Rango, Spirited Away, Shrek, Wallace and Gromit Curse the Were-Rabbit, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Ratatouille, Coco, Up, Wall-E, and of course, The Incredibles as the best one. So yeah, what is your favorite animated feature film that you think should have been in one? And what animated film do you think deserves or also deserves the best animated feature award? I shall see you all in the next video for another day. But if you enjoyed this particular video, leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested, follow me on Instagram, link down below. And until then, stay positive, keep calm, stay safe, be incredible. And as always, Brony on. Peace.